Okay, today we're going to show you how to add a field to a user story and customize that user story. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're in the root organization under the My Organizations list. You can see we're in there already. And it also shows our projects. Select the widget called Organizational Settings. Then select under Boards, Process. And finally, there is a default workflow under Agile that you can use. We named it RS Workflow. You select that workflow. And then you select under All Process, Customize Workflow Name. The work item type is User Story. Select User Story, and you can see a list of all the fields that are in here by default. I've already created the field called Priority Moscow, which is a type of prioritization. I'll show you this here. So we have a label called Priority Moscow, and then there is an existing group called Planning. And then what is the definition of Moscow? It is a pick list, and we have the different values here. Everything from must have, should have, could have, and won't have. And it's pretty easy to set up. So let's pick something else. So we have something called story points. We're going to say, let's add a field. And we're going to call it release tranche or release bucket. So the first thing we're going to do is create a new field. Release and instead of being a single line text field, you've got a couple different options here: Boolean yes or no, date time value, decimal, integer, pick list, which we showed before with the Priority Moscow, both string and integer, and then you've got a single and multi-line text fields. We'll say release version. We'll do another pick list because it's easy here, but this time we'll go with an integer. We can optionally provide a description, and we could say, okay, so pick list items, we'll say maybe 1.0. Let's do that. Let's see if we can. It's not an integer value, so let's see. So that's an interesting thing. We'd have to go to a decimal or a string. So we could do string if we want to use point values. So we'll say 1.0. We'll say 1.1 minor rev 2.0 and finally 3.0. And let's see here if it comes out with 1.5. Let's say beta. And that value, and it already automatically sorted these values. And let's take a look at the options. We're not going to require this value. Allow users to enter their own values. We're going to say no on that one for consistency of values. And then the grouping, we're going to put under planning instead of the classification section. We'll say add field. And release version went to the bottom of the list. We're going to put that right under, we just dragged and dropped under the Priority Moscow field and did release planning. We're going to say this is dynamically saved, so there's nothing that we have to really do here. And then we're going to go back, and we're going to go to organization. We're going to dive right into our project name, Roseman Widgets. And finally, we're going to add an item to our backlog with the plus sign here. New work. We're going to add a new user story. And in that user story, we've got a release version field here called 0.5, 1.0, 1.1, 2.0, 3.0. And that's a string value. And you can add to your field. Let's call this story. And that's how you add a customized field to a product backlog item or user story within Azure DevOps. And we can see it in the backlog. If we look at all the work items, and we did a test user story. Here it is.